And we broke it up into a number of sessions, as you can see, and I'm not going to go through those. These were the presenters and the moderators. The steering committee for this particular meeting was appointed by the U.S. Academy, and it's different from the membership in the International Task Group. The International Task Group was the cooperating organization, and we invited a lot of experts from the different areas to give those presentations. In the international organization task group, we have also liaisons with a lot of other organizations that are active, this is a fairly comprehensive list, not full. DataCite is one of the organizations that is clearly a major partner and one of the co-chairs. And so we want to work with DataCite in supporting their more active, their implementation of data citations internationally. We're providing a lot of the background information, the intellectual underpinnings, if you will, of this topic. And then there are a lot of other organizations like the Dataverse Network, NISO, GBIF, World Data System, and Digital Curation Center in the UK, and other organizations that are engaged also in implementing different data, similar data citation approaches, but in different disciplines and different organizations and different countries. And therefore, part of our goal is to try and help standardize these approaches in a way that the international research community can coalesce around a preferred approach, presumably through DataCite, and will start implementing this on a broader scale. And that's why we also are reaching out to the stakeholders in the funding community, in the publishing community, because we see these people as not just motivators, but also implementers in their own right, whether they are doing it as part of their policy in funding or as part of their policy in accepting research papers through publishing, like genomics or proteomics, where the community got together and basically said, you have to deposit your data in such and such a place before we will publish your paper. And so presumably such an approach might work with data citation as well, although I'm definitely getting ahead of myself. But this is one particular approach that might work in implementing this kind of activity more broadly. This is a schedule of activities for the international group, and so we've completed the workshop in August. We're well along the way on the bibliographic inventory and analysis. We're starting with these interviews, which you have a paper copy of one. There are 4 stakeholder groups. This one is focused on research community. We also are reaching out to the data repository managers, the research funders, and the publishers. And so we're holding a series of interviews with these people, and I really would like your input from the research community perspective, although if you are representing a data repository or some other stakeholder group, then let me know and I will send you the appropriate questionnaire to fill out. We've developed an outline for the International Task Group of this white paper on current practices in data citation, which also you have here, and which I hope that you would comment on either after this presentation or subsequently in the next day, because we're trying to get as much well-informed views as possible. What we have planned, excuse me, I've already mentioned some of this, but we will publish a report of the International Task Group at the end of the calendar year. We'll hold two meetings, two drafting meetings, one co-located with DataCite in Copenhagen in June, and one co-located with the International CODATA Conference in Taipei, which I hope all of you will contribute to and join. And we'll hold a sponsored session at the CODATA conference in Taipei and actively disseminate this first phase of both reports. We hope in the next year after this, or 2 years, to do a white paper on best practices that kind of extracts the top, or not the best practices, good practices, as Bill Anderson reminded me, good practices of data citation and we'll be building on the work we've done in the last 2 years. And these are the headers of the white paper outline that I've distributed here. The importance, obviously, as an introduction, the current use of data citation. There's quite a few disciplines that have implemented data citation practices, whether the earth sciences through ESIP here that Carol was talking about earlier, or GBIF, the Global Biodiversity Information Facility in Denmark, which is hosting actually our meeting in Copenhagen, DataCite, and others. The International Union of Crystallography actually is very far along in this regard and has implemented a data citation mechanism along with its publishing in its journals. So a lot of kind of bottom-up activity has happened in data citation in different disciplines and different institutions, but it clearly has not trickled to the top. And you know, at some point, we'll want the funders and the university administrators to work with the community from the bottom up, and to develop guidelines and policies that will implement data citation and will go a long way, we think, towards kind of the Rodney Dangerfield of science, which is data work. And so I welcome your questions, your comments, your suggestions, and please take a look at the outline of the report and of which is very much a draft, but which we will start working on in the next few weeks. And take a look at the questionnaire, and if you want, give me your email address, and I'll send you an electronic version, or fill it out and give it to me tomorrow. Thank you. This is